You know, Al Gore used to say that he invented the internet. He says, I invented pick your own pumpkin. The average person just assumes that it's going to be on the shelf. It's not always the case. Unless you grow something and see it through, you don't really realize what it takes to do it. Hi, my name is Jim Giamarese, Middlesex County, New Jersey. Giamarese Farm, fruit and vegetable, established 1941. That picture is my grandfather with his father, which would be my great-grandfather. They farmed Valley Stream, or they call it Jamaica, Long Island, which today is now a JFK airport. It was probably 8 or 10 ton on that wagon, and they'd go into the city, go across Manhattan, and get over to Washington Street, and that's where he'd sell stuff. My grandfather had the exact same kind of truck, but not that one. And he would take that truck every day, they'd load it up, my father and his brothers, and he would sell everything wholesale. What do we grow? A to Z, apples to zucchini. When I first started in '89 with apples, I didn't have a clue how to grow apples because our family was all vegetable growers. You know, we lay it out and mark a line. Either we can put them in by hand with an auger, or I'll dig it with a backhoe. Plant the trees. It takes about 3 to 5 years to get them to the top wire. You start with Evercrisp, Crimson Crisp, John Gold, Cortland's, Molly Delicious, Nittany, Fuji's, Galas, Autumn Galas. I don't think I named them all, but we probably had a good 15 or 16. East Brunswick. When my grandparents moved here, I think there was 5,000 people. Today there's over 50,000. But we get a lot of people throughout Middlesex County, so it's a pretty big area. Pretty diverse ethnically. The pick your own kind of turned into agritourism. Now you have generations, you know, that are in their 20s and 30s who basically grew up going to pumpkin farms or an apple farm. You know, so it's really kind of become a family tradition. In the fall, we probably have a couple thousand people here, you know, at a time. We fill up a 5-acre parking lot. Christmas trees are a pretty easy one. You know, you plant them in the spring, keep them alive. You know, for the first few months, irrigate them, and then usually by now they've rooted up. You know, slow crop, you know, takes 8 or 10 years. But it's a fun time of year, people enjoy it. Last year was extremely challenging. A lot of our help would leave in the summer, go back to college or whatever. Lately we have a good crew of like high school, girls, boys. Yeah, labor is a challenge. It is really our bigger challenge. I mean, obviously Mother Nature too, with whatever she's gonna throw at you. Yesterday was a pretty bad day. It was 97 degrees and we had maybe 20 customers. Really nobody wants to come out and pick when it's this hot. I like to keep the ground clean because if not, you know, if the apple's damaged, they give the port for the yellow jacket to get in there and start eating. This is a yellow jacket year. Well, I really like mornings. You know, sunrise, getting out, getting to do things, kind of get my day in order. You know, when it's quiet, there's nobody around. You know, sometimes you don't go to a field but once a week, you know, and then you come back and like, wow, you know, those things really exploded. I need to get back over here and spray or whatever. But it's, you know, it's just never the same day twice in a row. You know, you're kind of doing, you know, different things. One crop finishes, next one starts, you know, and you change the seasons. The New Jersey Ag Society dates back to the 1780s. And I believe we're the oldest continually meeting ag group. At that time, they came up with Farmers Against Hunger. They came up with the ag leadership class and learning through gardening. So it was a pretty exciting time. The programs are still going. You know, if you've been lucky enough to be blessed with enough food and, you know, if you're making a living, you know, why not share it? Well, I'm a bit of a motorhead, so I do like old cars, old trucks, old tractors, and old motorcycles. On my day off, I usually like to take one of those 3 or 4 for a ride. We only have bought one new tractor, and that was my father and his brothers back in 1951. That's a John Deere Model A Cyclone, and I still have that. Had it repainted, restored. The other tractors, I have a probably 1950 Farmall A, a couple 274 Internationals, some John Deere 6410, you know, more newer tractors. You know, as I get a little bit older, I kind of appreciate the air conditioning on a hot day. I don't know, I haven't seen an expiration date, but Sue and I are trying to slow down. We don't have any children, so we really have no one to leave the farm to. You know, when we pass, because it's farmland preserved, somebody will buy it. But I think there's value here just because of, you know, the years we spent doing what we do. You know, I'd be more than willing to help somebody and teach them, you know, at a high school, either apprenticeship or, you know, just working. you know, and you pick it up. You know, after you get going, it's pretty much second nature. You know, timings. You know, when you have to spray or plant or prune or whatever. And you know, it's really a neat occupation. It really is satisfying to, you know, over a lifetime to see things progress. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love it. You know, it's just one of those things. You can slow down in life, but if you stop moving, you're looking up at the roots and not down at the fruit.